Hi, the next little part of this, it's not going to be very long, this one. It's about the three levels of cognition. There are three distinctive modes of human cognition. The mythopoeic mode, a contraction of mythic and poetic, which is the first development of these modes, uses analogical methods or comparisons in attempting to illuminate phenomena. For example, an earthquake had been said to be caused by the anger of a supernatural god/being like Neptune. Anger and earthquake are compared as signifying tumult in a well-plotted narrative story, which, in the final analysis, is a human mental construct, a fiction, a fantasy. Here, there is no basis for a rational argument or for the advancement of another possibility in explanation. Therefore, the refinements which are focused upon in this mode are those of poetic or literary style, rather than in efforts of uncovering truth. The philosophic mode, developed next, dispensed with extraneous entities and motivations. It makes observations of the phenomenon itself through the filter of logic, to methodically detect and eliminate propositional contradictions. Thales of Miletus, the ancient Greek father of Western philosophy, proposed that an earthquake was the last event in the chain of natural occurrences, that the immediately preceding link was the violent disruption of the surface of the earthly ocean, which was itself affected by the agitation of the larger cosmic ocean. This was an erroneous explanation, but it tried to delimit itself to the observable, natural world rather than involving the fantasies of an additional supernatural dimension. The value here is in the consistent manner in which the phenomenon is explained within the natural, knowable realm itself, that which is apparent to our five senses. If an error is present, as it is in the given example, a correction is possible by repeatedly applying the principles of the Trivium, and particularly rules of logic, as a greater amount of knowledge gained over time is focused upon the question of truth. The scientific mode. The latest development uses physical demonstrations. There we go, practical demonstrations. You've got to use practical demonstrations as a scientific mode. The latest development uses physical or practical demonstration, that is controlled experimentation in explaining phenomena. Not looking up at the sky and going, oh look, I can see things. Not visible image proofs is. Tangible physical demonstration. Show me a practical demonstration. Yeah? Where are we? The aim of a controlled experiment in the successful practical demonstration in the execution of a statement of theory. If the full understanding of nature is not present, or if there is an error in that theoretical statement, the designed experiment will not go to completion, and the statement will have remained a hypothetical one. If the understanding is sufficient and therefore true, any number of such experiments will go to completion, and all witnesses to the events will have perceived exactly the same actions and relationships in the process of those completed cycles. The proof of a successful scientific demonstration is self-evident, in other words, to all observers, as are the geometric shapes of a circle, a square, and a triangle, to all human observers with unimpaired physical senses. In the authorship of a scientific theory which has been successfully demonstrated by experiment, the qualifications and quantification necessary for that demonstration will be included in the theoretical statement of explanation. As time has progressed into the more modern era, the sufficient amount of quantifiable data has been discovered about the pertinent conditions for producing the effects of an earthquake. The discovery is that very specific volcanic and or geological conditions, not hydrodynamic conditions, as Thales had assumed. In very specific geographical locations will produce earthquakes. These may be influenced by the gravitational effects of the moon. No, that's no, no, don't be silly. Right. Gravitational effects of the moon. No, you see, we need to weed that bit of shit out. But enough information along those lines has not yet been analysed. Rather than being a controlled experiment, a natural earthquake possesses all of the quantifiable criteria that has been gathered over time and can be accurately correlated after the fact. The point to be made here is that both earthquakes and successful experiments are objective events, which are perceivable to all witnesses in like fashion. Discoveries of the laws of objective nature and demonstrations of those laws in objective nature are what form the discipline of delineation in the scientific mode. So basically, practical demonstrations, a practical experiment. Show it me practically. If you can't, then it's bullshit. Yeah. The following is an excerpt from another letter which may better clarify the seven liberal arts and sciences. Liberal is used here not in the modern but in the classical sense. It is literally liberating or setting individual minds free from ignorance through the understanding of reality. As regards contemporary society, this understanding would liberate us from taskmasters of all sorts, despots in schools and in the workplace, unscrupulous professionals and self-serving propagandists in government, media and advertising, by giving us the freedom to competently explore reality for ourselves. That's it for this one. The next one I'm going to be going on to is discussion on grammar. Primary organisation of thoughts. Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for watching, listening, whatever. Like I said, go and check these things out. Have a look for yourself. Thank you. Bye.